Hello, everybody, and welcome to 2023. I am so happy to have you here. Just in case you don't know where you are with Jacqueline Rose, women's health, menopause educator and coach and hormonal health expert. And today we are going to start off our Women's Health Wednesday live, the first one of the year. I'm going to be coming to you every Wednesday with valuable and important women's health content. It could be related to midlife, menopause, anything to do with women's health, blood work analysis, anything to do with stress or thyroid or menopause symptoms. And if you have specific topics that you want me to cover, drop them in the comments or send me a DM and I will cover them. But I am here every Wednesday to really help you understand what is going on in your body, educating you and informing you about the things that you don't often hear about, and so that you can be empowered. And that is the most important thing. I want you to be empowered to get proactive on your health journey. So when you go to the doctor or any other healthcare provider saying that you are experiencing different symptoms or you are experiencing different health experiences, physical, emotional, cognitive, that you are as informed as possible to explain to the doctor or healthcare provider what is going on with you and what you need, and not to be bumped off by being told it's normal, come back in 3 months if it gets worse. You as a woman do not need to suffer with your health journey, whether it be during midlife and menopause or at any other stage of your life cycle. You can and should get the answers you need. And if you're not getting them from your healthcare provider, we need to make sure that you are getting the support that you need. So these Wednesday lives are about giving you as much information so that you can understand what's going on in your body, be more aware and connected to your body, get proactive with your health, and really understand your health journey. And today we're diving right in with a big topic, and that is cholesterol. How many of you have gone to your doctor, had blood work done, and been told that your cholesterol was high and you need statins or other medication for your high cholesterol? We're going to unpack a little bit of that today and start really looking at the numbers and understanding your cholesterol from a slightly different perspective. And if you are a woman in perimenopause or menopause or anywhere in midlife, you may be surprised to hear that your cholesterol numbers do not need to be what you think they are. So let's start off with what is cholesterol? How do we get cholesterol? Cholesterol is a blood marker. We see it in the blood. It is about fats in the blood. It is broken down to different types of cholesterol. There are triglycerides, which really look at the sugars in your blood and the sort of triggers for bad things that are going on in the blood. Triglycerides are often high if you have a high sugar, high carbohydrate, high processed food diet. We then have other things, HDL, LDL. The HDL is considered good cholesterol, LDL is considered bad cholesterol. And really, when we look at cholesterol, it is a function or a feature of our diet. How healthy is our diet? Do we have a good broad range of healthy fats, good proteins in our diet? It is often, the numbers are often high or bad if we have a high sugar, high carb, high processed food concentration in our diet. And very often, but not necessarily, cholesterol will be high if you have a poor diet or if you are having a high trans fat or high fatty food diet. We're talking about unhealthy fats, very processed fats. Sometimes if you're overweight, you may have high cholesterol. And so it's a marker of good or poor health related very often to diet, exercise, alcohol, and all those types of things. However, the numbers are not always so obvious and so clear cut. Now, the doctors will say they want you to have numbers within a certain range. And if you're looking at cholesterol numbers above 200, your regular cholesterol numbers above 200, normally the doctor would say you need to start reducing your cholesterol. They will normally let you do it at first by making dietary changes or increasing your exercise. But if you're already doing that, or if you already live a healthy, well-balanced lifestyle, the doctor's next step to lower the cholesterol and get it within range will be to potentially give you medication. However, when it comes to women, our range of cholesterol, especially women in midlife, anywhere 40, 45 plus, the range of cholesterol we want is going to be a little bit different. Specifically for women, we don't mind from a functional medicine perspective and from a functional blood work perspective and understanding what role cholesterol serves for women in midlife, we don't mind seeing cholesterol numbers that are on the higher end. And why is that? That is because cholesterol is a precursor for hormonal production in the body. And for women in midlife, in perimenopause, we know we want to have balanced hormones. Our hormones are in natural fluctuation. Our estrogen, our progesterone, our testosterone are in natural fluctuation in perimenopause and menopause, in that anyone 40 plus, definitely 45 plus. We want as much support to create those hormonal balances, to have the hormonal resiliency in our body to help deal with this hormonal fluctuating time of perimenopause and menopause, which means that we want that cholesterol because that cholesterol creates and produces in our body estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. So having higher numbers of cholesterol may not be a bad thing if we see that it is filtering down to the hormonal production. The problem is if you have high numbers of cholesterol, high cholesterol blood markers numbers, but low testosterone, low estrogen, then we have to ask ourselves, why is the cholesterol not going to the hormonal production? And what is the source of that cholesterol? Is it a healthy source of cholesterol, healthy fats, healthy proteins, or is it an unhealthy source of cholesterol? High carbs, high sugar diet. So it's not only about the pure number, the pure cholesterol number. We want to know what is the source of that cholesterol and how is that cholesterol being used in our body. Doctors will very often just look at the absolute number. And we know as women, absolute numbers are really quite irrelevant when it comes to our health. We want relative numbers. We want to understand the relationship of the numbers to where we are in our life cycle and also potentially our menstrual cycle. Our cholesterol numbers may change depending on where we are over our menstrual cycle because of the way that cholesterol is used in our body by hormonal production. The other thing we want to see is the relationship between cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL, and LDL. We want to understand what is going on in that delicate balance between what we traditionally term good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. And how do we increase the good cholesterol and how do we decrease the so-called bad cholesterol? And again, really understanding what you need at your stage of life. So again, if you are a perimenopausal or menopausal woman, what are the best numbers for you at your stage of life? And we do want good cholesterol to be higher. The other thing that we want to be looking at is how are you feeling? Your symptomology, because numbers are important and the symptoms and the numbers do reflect what is going on. But symptoms and how you feel is also really, really important. So if you are having a poor diet, eating a lot of carbs, sugars, processed foods, you may be feeling more sluggish. You may be overweight. You may not be feeling your best. And that is then possibly represented in the numbers. So we want this relationship between how do you feel and what the numbers are telling us. And that's super, super important. The other thing that we want to be talking about is if your numbers get too high. So let's say you are in perimenopause and menopause and your numbers are going high, above the normal threshold, which is fine, but even higher than that. And again, depending on your country, will depend on the units and the measurements, but we're looking at maybe above 250. So anywhere between 200 and 400 units for a perimenopausal, menopausal woman. Again, depending on what country you're from and what unit, what measurement unit is being used. We're looking at mg over dl for our specific unit that I'm referring to. Anything between 200 to 240 is okay. You know, that's okay. Your doctor may be a bit freaked out by those numbers, but again, as long as that cholesterol is being used for hormonal production, that's good. Anything above 250, we want to start looking at why. Then we really want to start investigating what's going on in your body. What else is happening in your body? What other symptoms do you have? What is that high cholesterol indicating? How is it expressing itself? How are you feeling? I hope that hasn't been too overwhelming. I hope I haven't made it too medical. Really important that you understand I am not a doctor, but I am trained in lots of other things. And because I am not a doctor, I'm able to talk to you at a language that is not too highly medical, that is really a language that you hopefully will understand. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what numbers you've been getting in your cholesterol. But again, cholesterol numbers by itself may not be the full story. We want to see your hormone numbers. We want to know where you are in your life cycle journey. We want to know what symptoms you're experiencing, what's going on with your diet, what's going on with your movement. All those things are important. Absolute numbers are less relevant. We want the whole full picture of what is going on. So let me know. Drop it in the comments. And if you want more help and more guidance and more support to understand your cholesterol numbers, send me a DM and we can schedule a functional blood work analysis assessment for you. And you will get a full report after that assessment. Have a fantastic day. And I look forward to seeing you at the next Women's Health Wednesday Live.